Am I the arsehole for refusing to participate in my BF's family's bizarre orange tradition? My boyfriend and I have been together a while now, but I hadn't met his family until a week ago when they invited us to stay at their house. I was very excited to meet his parents for the first time, and they were super sweet when I got there. Both of them are lovely people and we all got along well. They gave us free rein to do whatever, but the one thing they insisted on was that we join them for their tradition of eating oranges as a family on Saturday mornings. They grow their own oranges and have been doing this since my boyfriend was a kid, so he was especially thrilled to share the tradition with me as a rite of passage. So the morning came and his mom brought in some fresh oranges from the garden. We sat at the table and I was getting ready to peel my orange when I saw my BF's mom bite into her orange like it was an apple, with the peel still on. I was so stunned when I saw my boyfriend and his dad do the same thing with their oranges, as if it were totally normal. I guess they noticed my shock because they asked me why I wasn't eating. So I started to peel my orange, but then his mom told me to stop, that I was eating it wrong and had to bite into it with the skin to get the full experience. I politely told her that I like to peel my oranges and I'm sure they taste just as great either way, but she kept insisting that I had to bite into my orange for tradition. After saying multiple times that I'd rather peel it and the family, including BF, pushing back, I put the orange back on the table and said, though I appreciate the gesture, I personally feel uncomfortable eating oranges that way and I'd rather not participate. Things were tense after that and we left the next day. When we got home, my boyfriend chewed me out for being rude and embarrassing him and his family. He said I should have just eaten the orange, the right way, since his parents were gracious to let me stay with them. I can see his point and I apologized for causing any hurt. I really do like his family and think they're great people, but stand by my decision to opt out of the orange tradition. He feels I could have compromised and I feel that I should be able to eat things how I want. It's a silly squabble in the grand scheme of things, but my boyfriend and I are really at odds about who's in the wrong and would love an outside opinion. Edit. Some people have been asking what kind of oranges, whether they're actually oranges. All I can say is that I was told they were oranges and they look like typical oranges with thick skin. Here's a photo of the trees in their backyard from a few years back, for anyone who wants to see for themselves. Closing square bracket, opening parenthesis dot. Edit 2. Lots of frequently asked questions, so I'll just answer them here. No, they don't just bite into it once to make it easier to peel. They don't peel the oranges at all. They eat the whole thing, fruit, skin, and pith, like one would eat an apple. Yes, it is messy. Yes, the skin is thick. The tradition involves eating the entire orange like that, not just a bite. I do recognize that I could have surrendered a bite to keep the peace, however. This is the first time I've seen my boyfriend eat an orange. He never ate them with me, as he would say that nothing compares to his parents' oranges. He has seen me, our friends, and people in TV shows, movies eat peeled oranges. I assume the same goes for his parents. My boyfriend has never commented before on the common peeling technique. His parents do this every Saturday. I am not sure how they eat their oranges on other days, but I imagine it's the same. The whole family is expected to participate every Saturday when at the parents' house, but I don't have to do it in my own home. The reason I didn't try one bite is mostly because I was caught so off guard, since all my boyfriend told me was that we were going to eat oranges. He didn't let me know about the method in advance, so I panicked. That and the insistence that I eat the entire fruit the way they wanted me to turned me off of trying it. I might be open to trying it in the future. I think that covers it. Thanks for the comments, I'll definitely share with my boyfriend. I like how we're all just calmly answering this like it isn't some crazy cartoon bullshit. Nobody eats oranges peel and all. I mean, fuck, they peel into individual sections that are damn near bite-sized. I literally cannot imagine why you would do this in the first place. Have you considered the possibility that they are just fucking with you? IDK if I would be mad or impressed by the commitment. But for real. Not the arsehole. No one gets to tell you how to eat things. That's Looney Tunes. And your response was really respectful. Stand up for yourself. Not the arsehole, be glad you didn't stick around for the crab bake LMFAO. Not the arsehole, but when your boyfriend talked about this tradition, did he ever mention how they eat an orange differently than most of the world? Did he ever eat an orange outside of this tradition? I'm trying to figure why he didn't prep you more. Not the arsehole. Orange oil from the peel stings, and the peel tastes fairly fibrous and bitter. Don't ingest anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. They seem like very domineering people. Including your BF. I wonder what other rituals they will try to put you through. Sounds like the movie Ready or Not. First it's just a silly family tradition, and then the next thing you know, she's hiding in the mansion praying for dawn while they hunt her with crossbows. Eyes. Not the asshole. That's some cartoon crazy stuff right there. Clearly that's a weird situation to be put in and you did the best you could under the circumstances. Eek. The weird is strong twitch this one though, and dude's family has some eccentricities going on. Not the asshole. Def an orange flag for sure. I can't even believe what I read. How did you not die of laughter when you saw 3 adults eating oranges like that? I'm dead. Not the asshole, that's gross. And if they're so adamant about making you eat oranges the right way, what other traditions are they going to push on you in the future? I think this is a blessing in disguise. Fuck all that nonsense. You are most certainly not the asshole here. When we got home, my boyfriend chewed me out for being rude and embarrassing him and his family. A host should always try to make the guest feel at ease. This means not pressuring someone to eat something a specific way. The family was rude. They could explain that it has very thin skin and the peel of this variety isn't bitter if this is the case, but after the explanation, it's up to the guest to decide how to eat it. NTA. Laughing my ass off, that's how my husband eats oranges, and most other fruits as well. It's fucking weird. Not the asshole EW. If I don't have my orange peeler I will bite into them to get somewhere to start peeling and it tastes like shit. I mean, it's cool they wanted to let you in on their tradition, but who the hell invites someone over for that and then insists they eat it a specific way? Do they also invite people over to dinner and force them to cut steak into hexagon pieces in order to eat? So, my concern with this has nothing to do with the oranges and everything to do with their reaction when you set a boundary. Not the asshole, but I think it's important that this be discussed seriously with the BF. Not the asshole. And #X200B. WTAF. And #X200B. Are you certain this isn't just some family joke or bet and they don't have a sweepstake going on how long it will take you to figure out? Not the asshole, they can't force you to eat something. Also better you find out now he and his family eat oranges like crazy people. You're either going to find a compromise or know better next time. Not the asshole, he feels I could have compromised. The compromise would have been for his family to let you peel the dang orange and then eat it. Forcing you to eat the peel with the orange isn't a compromise at all. WTF. Not the asshole. As a Floridian whose family is in citrus and has grown up eating all sorts of citrus, I am completely okay your side. Orange peels are thick, they're dirty, and I hope your BF's family washed them properly, because who knows what's on there. Just know. Congrats on standing up for yourself. Your BF's family is weird. Not the asshole WTF. When you zest an orange you're not meant to go too far in because the peel is bitter and gross. I've never seen anyone eat orange with the peel on. Eat the orange however you want to. That is so freaking weird. Not the asshole. These people are whacked. Not the asshole, and this is a huge red flag. Not the eating the oranges with, though that is madness in itself, but with them insisting you are wrong and you must do what they do. Not the biggest deal with the oranges, but what happens when you have a different opinion on how to raise your child. Not the asshole. I'd go with no assholes here if they hadn't been so pushy about it and if your boyfriend hadn't berated you for being rude. It's unsettling to me that they were so insistent about it. Just out of curiosity, is this only like a one-time thing, or is it whenever you have to eat an orange? Because if it's only a one-time thing I feel like you could have just done it. However, I fully agree, why TF would you eat an orange with the peel? Info. Have these people never seen anyone else eat an orange before? They must know that this is crazy, surely. Not the asshole and run like the wind. If they are like this about eating an orange, the wrong way, imagine what they'll be like down the road with bigger things. What a dumb fucking hill for them to die on. They're lucky if you still want to marry into the family after seeing something that's stupid. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. That's a really weird tradition. Do they eat the whole orange that way? Or just the first bite? I've never had a fresh from the tree orange before, now I wonder how it tastes from just biting it. I mean, I have a kid who likes to eat lemons straight, but even she cuts them into wedges and doesn't eat the skin. Eating oranges is a family on Saturday mornings. Info. Is this something you will have to do every Saturday going forward? You are 100% not the asshole by the way, but is this something your boyfriend is going to expect you to do weekly going forward? While I think the way they eat oranges is weird, they can eat however they want just like you can. They are the ones making this a big deal, not you. Look, I eat orange and lemon peels. I love 'em. But I peel the damn things first. It absolutely is a weird way to eat them, and there were no assholes until they persisted and basically shamed you. Then they became the assholes. You not the asshole. The family is the asshole, and your boyfriend screaming at you when you got home is a very concerning issue. Be careful. Not the asshole. I'm not going to judge anyone for the way they eat their oranges, but it sounds like your boyfriend is an asshole here. He feels I should have compromised. The only compromise I see is they let her eat the orange her own way. Info. What kind of oranges were they eating? Something similar happened to me in a friend's house, but with avocados. They were eating them with the peel. It turns out that there is a kind of avocado that is a little smaller and sweet than the normal ones, and their peel is so thin that you can eat it. Not the asshole. They can eat a banana with its own peel as well, but that doesn't mean you have to. Not the asshole. Nah. I mean, what a weird tradition. I get why he felt slighted. Family traditions are a big deal, sharing one with someone is special, and as a guest there is this weird expectation to abide by them, and not doing so is technically rude. But WTF? You very politely declined, as most normal people would do in this scenario. There was nothing else to be done. I can see his point, and I apologized for causing any hurt. I really do like his family and think they're great people, but stand by my decision to opt out of the orange tradition. And stand firm. He'll get over it. Or he won't, and y'all will break up over oranges. Sue_. Not gonna lie, this creeped me out. This is some next level, get out kind of crap. Why are these people obsessed with oranges? Why do they eat them like that? Why do they expect others to do the same? I am not being funny when I say this is extremely concerning. Having a game of touch football after Thanksgiving dinner is a family tradition. Acting like Gestapo over oranges is psycho. Please stay alert and be careful with these people. If it was me personally, I would run as fast as I could away because they seem very, very disturbed. NTA, it's bizarre, but fuck it, I would have eaten it. I never have. I'm sure it's not dangerous, so what could it hurt? A new experience that meant a lot to them. If I hated it, whatever, you go from there. Don't be afraid to try new things even if it's weird. You may like it, may not. You won't really ever know though until you try. Not the asshole. NTA. I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. Not the asshole. I always bite into my orange with the peel on. I don't have long fingernails, and it is the only way I can start peeling one without a knife. Every time I've ever done this, people look at me weird until they realize I was just starting the peeling process. They shouldn't have pushed you to eat the orange in a way you aren't comfortable. It's no big deal. Some people cut oranges, some peel them and divide them, and now I learn some eat them like apples. To each his own. They were rude. He feels I could have compromised. On one end of the spectrum is participate in the tradition the way the family does it. On the other end is not participate in the tradition at all. The middle ground, the compromise, is to participate in the tradition in a way that feels comfortable for you. He didn't want you to compromise, he wanted you to capitulate. There's a difference. He and his family were the ones unwilling to compromise. At which point, your only option was to bow out entirely. They caused this by being so rigid. Not the asshole. I feel like not the asshole, you are the asshole isn't the right spectrum for this question. You weren't an asshole, exactly, but you were unadventurous and kind of insulting to their whole family custom. Like, just try it, it's not going to hurt you. Feels like if you were dating someone from, say, an Ethiopian family, and just refused to try using the injera bread to pick up your food and eat it. You might not love it, but give it a try. This can't be real, LMAO. I don't know that you'll see this, but the fact that none of those people cared about your comfort is very concerning. That is some cult level bullshit. If you want to be in this family, you fall in line or get out. Not a place you want to be. Your boyfriend was aware this was abnormal behavior, and he insists compliance with tradition is more important than your comfort. He is telling you who he is, you should listen. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but I'm extremely confused. I have so many questions, most being what in the hell, but I will stick to why is this a tradition? Is it symbolic or just a weird thing they do? The answer won't change my not the asshole, but I'm very curious. Not the asshole. Even if they eat oranges that way, there's absolutely no way that they don't know that it's out of the ordinary. To expect you to suddenly start eating a peel with no forewarning just to please them is a bit much. Honestly, you can't even be a fair judge of exactly how good the orange is if you eat it in a way you're not familiar with. All you'll taste is peel. But, at the very least, your boyfriend shouldn't be coming down hard on you about it. I mean, what sort of compromise is he expecting? Either you eat the peel or you don't, there's really no in between there. I used to know a dude who did this. No one had ever told him you don't eat the peel. IDK how? We were in high school and like junior year he brought an orange and just bit into it. Everyone just watched him in horror. We couldn't even correct him. The second time he did it everyone was like, please, stop. After we taught him to peel it he was like, wow that tastes much better, but way too much work. I don't think I'll eat oranges anymore. I dunno, I think you were kinda the asshole. You could have taken a bite to try it and then opted out. Not even trying it is pretty lame. Not the asshole. Orange pith is really bitter. Unless they have some mutant tree with either no pith, or pith missing the bitter taste. This is a bizarre way to eat that fruit. Not the asshole. Yes, this whole thing is insane. But I think the more concerning thing is that they had no respect for your boundaries and tried to force you to do something that made you uncomfortable. Even your boyfriend was on their side. Is that really something that you were okay with? Not to mention your boyfriend's idea of compromise is for you to just do what he wants so he won't be upset. Not the asshole, but I'd at least try it once. Just to say, well, I've never eaten it this way. I'll try and see if I like it. This way you can be like, sorry I don't like it this way and I hope you understand I didn't grow up eating it this way. Please let me participate by eating it differently so I can enjoy this time with you all. Not the asshole. The way they eat oranges is abnormal. But they're really the asshole for insisting you eat them the same way. That's the bit that makes them bad people. He feels I could have compromised. Compromise is when you both make concessions and meet somewhere in the middle. I believe the word you're thinking of is capitulate. And #X200B. Not the asshole.